Hey, it's Heather, and I'm here today at a wonderful vineyard, One Woman, which is indeed inspired by one woman, Claudia Parata. Beautiful wines, handcrafted, so much soul goes into them. So we're gonna take a quick meeting with Claudia, take a look at her lovely, beautifully tended vineyards, and of course, taste some wine. Every year, my favorite part of my vacation to the North Fork is stumbling upon really great wine. And this year, I discovered One Woman Vineyards, owned by Claudia Parata. It's a simple operation. I drove up, and the first thing you notice is notably smaller than any tasting room I've been to on the North Fork. It's a little red barn. Go inside, lovely staff, very knowledgeable, relaxed, and I noticed that they were all white wines. Again, a smaller detail, and lucky for me, I got to taste them all, and literally one was better than the next. I was instantly struck by this being something special. Very luckily for me, the owner was on hand, and I got to speak with Claudia and learn some of the things that go into making this really special wine. She grew up in Italy on a farm that grew grapes, among other things. So her entree into the wine business is not through books, it is through the land. Came to the United States, ran restaurants. Lucky for us, she went back to her roots and went back to the vines with a passion and dedication I simply have not seen anywhere else. Her vineyards are not for tourists. It is fenced in. It's not like a lot of other places, which are lovely, but have a different feel. She hand selects her grapes, and I mean it. If there is a grape on a cluster she does not like, out comes her tweezers, and out that grape goes. This kind of attention to detail is obvious in every sip you take of this wine. So my vacation is over, but my enjoyment of the wine is not. I'm back in Brooklyn and ready to taste. I have first the One Woman Rosé 2008. It is 100% Merlot, and what Claudia seems to do almost in all of her wines is whole cluster presses, which means the whole cluster gets pressed and it creates a much finer wine, and indeed this is one of them. It is also steel fermented, which often results in a cleaner taste. So the smell is lovely. The color, it's almost a little orangey, not that deep. Classic red berry fruit. Lovely acidity and a nice juiciness. This is easily a drinking wine, anything you want. A winner with food. I'm thinking like barbecue chicken. I'm thinking that's going to be the match for this. $19 a bottle. No, they're not inexpensive, and nor should they be, because wines of this quality are rarely inexpensive. The next one we have here is a Gewürztraminer, which is a grape they do a lot of in Greenport. It's a grape from like northern Italy, Austria. The classic term for the flavor is lychee. The color, a tad, a nice sort of almost green tinge, very nice, looks nice and delicate. Oh my gosh, that aroma is spectacular. The lychee is really present. It's aromatic, perfumed. That's the word that I'm feeling with this. So, that is wonderful. Dry, but the fruit, it's going to sound so corny, the fruit like caresses your tongue. It is wonderful. Okay, so that's the Gewürztraminer. Now, the next wine I am tasting is the best wine I have had in a long time, Long Island or otherwise. It is their Reserve Chardonnay. $40 a bottle. Not cheap. But they use methods of growing that you know exactly where the cost is going. This wine reminds me of my favorite wine ever, Meursault, which I talk about in the shrimp cocktail video. And I have to say, neck and neck, baby. Right up there with the big boys. It's a little deeper in color, largely, I suspect, from the fermentation in the barrels. It gives it a little oak color. And I'm going to give it a smell. Oh my gosh. Again, these are such vibrant wines. Vanilla, fig, very, very smooth. You can literally feel the lusciousness in the aroma of the wines. Wonderful. I think they're like 260 cases, and that's it. I don't know how. OneWomanWine.com. Get a bottle. A few stores in New York sell it, but it's not something you see every day. Better yet, take a trip out to the North Fork and put this on your list. It is a wonderful wine made by a dedicated, passionate woman who is also loving and inviting, because, honey, you cannot make wine this good without having a good heart as well. So, for wines, recipes, and much, much more, please see my website, sogood.tv.